we have something I've been looking forward to ever since Keith said we're going to try some comedy here at Launceston. It's one of my favourite ever acts, and I'm sure after tonight it will be yours. Please start clapping because this is absolutely brilliant. Please welcome to the stage the fantastic Sherrard.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Get Your Fingers Dirty, the gardening show for those of you who aren't afraid of a little bit of muck. My name is Esme de Flange. I'm a passionate horticulturalist and TV lady gardener. I'm really thrilled tonight to be hosted by the Cornwall and District Gardening Society, and I have to say I'm really thrilled to see so many firm, upstanding members all standing proud in front of me. Well, I hope that I can satisfy your needs as I'm going to give you some gardening tips and probe into some of your problems. Well, ladies and gentlemen, cast your minds back to a year ago. Didn't we have a wet winter? Didn't we? Yes, we did. Were you wet all winter, madam? It dried up for a while. It's quite dry now, isn't it? But we know it's going to be moist again very soon. Well, I'm very wise, ladies and gentlemen. I spend the winter months clad head to toe in rubber and PVC. But come the first little whiff of spring, I'm always keen to toss everything off. Because I insist on doing it unprotected. Now, in all my years as a gardener, I have noticed that men and women love to conform to their gender stereotypes in the garden. With the gents, it's all about giant marrows, chemical enhancement, heavy pruning. With the ladies, it's all about wildlife shelters, love in a mist, and out-of-control shrubbery. Let's just do a little audience survey, shall we? Ladies, give me a big shout if you would say that your good man is a little heavy-handed around your candy tuft. A few hands up there. And gents, give me a big cheer if you would say that your good lady is quite happy to let her Virginian creeper run amok all over your vegetables. Can be a problem, can't it? Well, we're going to deal with this now with a letter that's come in from Mrs. June Dankworth in Old Sodbury. Dear Esme, may I just say how much my husband Gerald and I enjoy your show? Oh, lovely. While we are digging away in our bed, we like to imagine you are there with us, either watching and giving us tips, or sometimes even joining in. Well, June, that's very flattering. I would love to come in your bed, get down on my hands and knees, and get my fingers dirty with the both of you. However, Gerald and I have a problem. Gerald does not seem to be able to identify my clematis. I've got it growing through some vigorous shrubbery, and he doesn't seem to be able to find it. I'm worried he's going to chop it irreparably while he's pruning, which would be a terrible shame, as it gives me such great pleasure. Well, June, and in fact all ladies, we all know that a clematis is the ultimate pleasure giver in a lady's garden. Do we agree, ladies? We also know that a gent detests an untidy bush, don't you, chaps? The last thing you want is for your husband to come at your bush with his chopper and damage your clematis. The answer is very simple, ladies. Keep your bushes neat and trim. Amen. Your husband will thank you for it, and in time he will come to appreciate your clematis. It really can be such a mutual pleasure. Not that my husband, my darling Anthony, pays much attention to my clematis anymore, much to my great chagrin. It's really rather showy, spread as it is across the south-facing pergola, but it doesn't fire his interest. Now, Serge is the lovely Frenchman whose 50 metres adjoins my rear. He says he has a wonderful view of it when it's in full bloom. I'm surprised he can see it so well from behind, but, well, you know the French. They know how to appreciate a clematis. He's forever popping up over the fence to give it a little sniff. Let's have a look at some of the jobs we need to do in the garden, ladies and gentlemen. The winter months are a very, very good time to plan any changes you want to make in your garden. So last winter I was very fortunate that my dear, dear friend and fellow broadcaster, Mr. Alan Titchmarsh, decided to help me redesign. He chose to focus on my seating area, and now he's touched up my gazebo, which is supporting his morning glory. I can't wait till next summer when I can sit out and recline on my banquette with Alan's morning glory spilling seed all around me. I do love to sit out in my garden and watch the birds, you know, ladies and gentlemen. I have a very persistent thrush, a little gaggle of chiff-chaffs, and because we live quite close to the estuary, sometimes I'm lucky enough to get a shag. Now I have noticed that Serge has been out recently with his binoculars, feasting his eyes on my grape tits. I know he'd love to hang out his nuts and attract some tits of his own, but, well, he has a cat, and in that household, pussy really does take priority. I do wish, though, that my darling Anthony could sit still in the garden. He's got very busy fingers. He always has to be fiddling around with something. I'll show you his new obsession. He's become obsessed with the topiarised bush. So this is the first little thing he's made. He's made a couple of these little box balls, and then in between the two of those, he's put this. So while dear Alan Titchmarsh has been coming around hardening off his morning glory, Anthony's got him to fiddle around with these as well. His, well, I don't know what you call them. It's cockerel and spears, maybe? His rooster and globes? I don't know. Does anybody have a... Who said that? There's always somebody who wants to lower the tone, isn't there? Dear. Well, let's have a look now at one of the biggest jobs we have to do in the garden, which is sowing seed. Now, my darling Anthony loves to sow his seed liberally in early spring, like there's no tomorrow. As soon as those seedlings are large enough to handle, he loves nothing better than to prick out gaily on the patio. But you know, pricking out is a real enigma to some people. Sir, here, hiding in the back here with the red shirt, looking behind him. Yes, you. Have you ever pricked out in public, sir?
Occasionally.
Occasionally? How are you with a dibber? You all fingers and thumbs?
Just thumbs.
Just thumbs? Ooh, that sounds interesting. It sounds, sir, like you are a perfect candidate for my new feature, which is called Prick Out for Esme. Please give him a round of applause as he joins me on the stage. Okay, sir, come out here. How are you, sir?
I was alright.
You were alright, wonderful. What's your name?
Joby.
Joby? Well, Joby, what a lovely, interesting name. What a lovely, tall, spectacular specimen of a fellow you are. You know, if you stood still for long enough in my darling Anthony's vegetable beds, he'd put his beans right up you. There's some muscles in there as well. You know, he'd get you all doing all the heavy humping as well. Anyway, Joby, we're going to get you pricking out in no time. Do you like to get your fingers dirty?
Why not?
That's very enthusiastic, isn't he? They will get quite mucky now, but don't worry. You can wipe them on my pinny. So, Joby has brought along some bean seedlings, ladies and gentlemen, and as you can see, they're growing very nicely, but they're fighting for space in this little pot now, aren't they? He's going to take one of them out, and he's going to put it in a pot of its own to grow on. You okay with that, Joby?
Absolutely.
You happy? Okay, pop out your dibber. Oh, Joby, you're a firm, upstanding member of the Cornwall Gardening Society, but you didn't bring your dibber. Never mind. I've grabbed my darling Anthony's little dibber. He won't mind you handling it. Now, I can see that you're keen to get stuck in. Before you stick your dibber anywhere, Joby, let me say one word to you, and that word is moisture. Never stick your dibber anywhere you haven't taken the trouble to moisten first. So, to that end, if you wouldn't mind giving everything on the table here a little sprinkle. Good, he takes initiative, doesn't he? Very good, well done. Now you notice we're using a special type of water tonight, which is called showbiz water. That means we don't all go up in a horrible, horrible fire. So there we go. Right, now what you're going to do, let's get the seeds here. You're going to go for this seedling here. You're going to insert your dibber deeply but gently. Okay? In you go. Well done, Joby. That's not bad. I tell you what, I'm going to help you though. I'm going to come before you and I'm going to guide you in. Okay? You ready? Just relax, Joby. You've gone rather stiff. Just relax. So we're going deeply but gently with a nice rhythmic action. Just relax into it, Joby. Don't get too thrusting just yet. Just gently. Really as deep as you can, but just probing it in there. Joby, can I just double check? Are you sure you don't have a dibber in your pocket? Never mind. Right, let's keep going. Deeply but gently, a really nice rhythm. Are you ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready for this, Joby? It's coming, and up pops Joby's little bean. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Now, if this were my bean, I'd give it a little flick. It's just to loosen the roots. Would you like to give my bean a little flick? Oh, you would. Wonderful. Now the next stage, Joby, is to prepare the hole ready to receive your dibber. So, grab your dibber again. Here's your little pot, and you're going to thrust your dibber in. You can be a bit rougher this time, not that rough. Have you learned nothing, Joby? A bit more gentle, with a bit more mastery. That's better, that's better. A little bit more. And now I think you've overestimated the size of your little bean. Nice common problem. Okay, I'm going to pop it in, Joby. There we go. Now, you'll see it's flopping around all over the place. That will never do. So you need to firm it in, get your thumbs, and give a good thumbing in. Oh, he's got lovely techniques, hasn't he? Beautiful. Let's now show, ladies and gentlemen, what you've done. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That's super. Well done, Joby. Now, Joby, you do not want to get it out in the open air straight away. You need to harden it off, which means you take it outdoors during the day, bring it back in again at night, and then take it back out again in the morning, and then back in, and continue taking it out, and in, and out, and in, and out, and in, and out. Joby, I'm terribly sorry, I don't know what's come over me. I think I'd better let you go and sit back down. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That's all from me for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Join me next time on Get Your Fingers Dirty, when I will be asking all the gents to get out their blunt tools so I can give them a good rubbing down in my complete tool makeover. It only remains for me to thank the Cornwall and District Gardening Society for having me. I can assure you, the pleasure was all mine. And until next time, remember, if your fingers aren't dirty, you're not doing it right. Thank you and good night.